welcome back to Miss Tracy's Directive Draw. Today we are drawing Franklin. Do you know Franklin the turtle? He's got himself lost in the woods. We're going to draw him today. So you'll need a piece of paper. We're going to do it the short side at the bottom, portrait. You'll need a nice black pen or a pencil if you can find one, whatever you're using. And we're going to start with Franklin's head. He's got a very odd shaped head. So we're going to start from underneath here. It's going to be up at this part of the paper, up towards the top of the paper a bit, over on this side. So we're going to start with his neck. He has a little short stick, and then we're going to do a shut the gate for the back of his head. His head is a funny shape. Shut the gate to there. We're at this point here of his head. Then we're going to do another shut the gate or a tunnel, long and slopey from there, and it's going to be like a little bump on the top of his head. So shut the gate there. From there, we're going to do his beak. So another open mouth towards this side, nice and long, stopping there. Coming down to his neck again, we're going to do another short stick beside where we did the last one. And we're going to do the bottom half of his mouth. So it's a little slopey stick. We're going to do the inside of his mouth, which is lots of jagged lines coming in towards in his head. So lots of jagged lines coming in towards his head. Then we're going to join that up to the beak of his nose. So a tunnel or a the snake shape. So coming up, around, and a the snake shape and joining it up, which makes his mouth. Inside of his mouth, we can see the other side of his head. We're going to start back here and we're going to do a lot of jaggedy lines and bring it down to the other part of his mouth. Don't come through to his jaw, and that will be the inside of his mouth we can see. We're going to move up to his eye now once you've done that, which you can see it's like an egg shape or a wide open mouth. We're going to do a very large one up at this point of the paper in his head. So a large open mouth, there's one eye. And then inside, we're going to give another circle, shut the gate, inside that, another shut the gate, and then a little black one inside of that as well. He's looking up, he's very scared, he's in the woods, and he's looking very lost. So from there, we've done his head. We just need to give him a little nose, so a little round circle, and then you can do a little tail from that, a possum's tail for the nose. Little tiny possum's tail. So now we're going to move and do his shoulders. We're going to start at this side where his arm is. It's just a very small arm, lots of slopey sticks, all jaggedly, coming from his neck out to the side, like a slopey stick like that. We're going to come down for the arm. We're going to come back up to where we were, and we're going to do another one coming down for the side of his arm, the inside of his arm, slopey stick. And from that point, we're going to do a bit of a Sammy the Snake shape. And that's his arm on this side. He has 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers. To make the fingers, we're going to do slopey sticks or shut the gates and open mouths. Shut the gates, open mouths. That's 2 fingers, 3 fingers, shut the gates, open mouth. One more over here, shut the gate, open mouth. And then you can draw a little nail to a point on the end of that. He's got some sharp nails, old Franklin. There's one hand. So coming back over, we've got his other shoulder on this side. It's a little bit of a slopey stick from the neck. Slopey stick to his shoulder. this part here. Coming down for his arm, we're sloping that down to his arm, and then an open mouth for his elbow. Quite a large one. Large elbow, open mouth. Coming back in to do the inside of his arm. Just coming in here. Bit of a shut the gate, and then a slopey stick down. Don't come all the way because we need room to do his big hand. This one's closer. So we're going to do a large gum nut cup coming up and around for his hand. A large gum nut cup, and it closes off that arm area. He has 4 fingers again on this hand, and we're doing once again the open mouth, shut the gate motions for each finger. Open mouth, shut the gate. That's one finger. Same again, open mouth, shut the gate. Again, open mouth, shut the gate. And the last one, same thing. To do each finger, 4 fingers, and then his nails off from that. So the same, open mouth, shut the gate to a point to do his sharp nails that he has there. He has a shell on his belly. That's Franklin's home. His shell protects his chest. So coming across from each arm, we're going to do a long slopey stick. That does the first part of his chest. Then coming inside from there, we're going to do lots, 1, 2, 3, shut the gates. So the first one is a little bigger, shut the gate. Coming down the paper we are. Just coming in a little bit further, another shut the gate. And a little tiny one at the bottom, shut the gate. That's giving that turtle shape inside of his body. So from there, we're going to come down and across, a little bit of a jagged motion, and then back up to join to the hand. So a bit of a slopey sticks to shut open mouth. Slopey sticks to an open mouth from his hand, and that does his chest. So we've done his head, his arms, and his chest of the body. From the chest, we're going to do his legs. Quite large legs like his arms. We're going to start on this side for this leg, and it's a Sammy the Snake shape. Look at that, coming from his chest, down and around, Sammy the Snake shape. Look at that, down to where his toes would be. I'm going to do it again on the other side, starting here, coming down, bit of a Sammy the Snake shape, but I'm coming inside a little this time, creating that crease on his leg, on his foot. So from down here, I'm going to do a shut the gate with a long crease coming off that again. That's this part of his ankle. And now we're going to draw his feet. So coming from there, a slopey stick, and we're going to do shut the gates for his nails. Shut the gate to a point for his nails. There's another one, shut the gate. He's got 4 at the bottom as well. Shut the gate and just join that up in between if you've got gaps for his toes. He's got a bit of a bent toe here, but that's okay. Doing the same with the other leg on the other side, moving along the chest plate, coming down and around like a Sammy the Snake shape. Down and around like a Sammy the Snake shape. There's the outside of his leg. Now we're going to do the other side. Coming from the chest plate, Sammy the Snake shape, down and around, coming in to make that crease for his ankle. Doing a little shut the gate there with another crease. And a slopey stick out, 4 toenails. So he has lots of pointy toenails coming off. Number 4 toenails coming off. And you can just round that off, give him that sharp look. I've coloured those in black, so you can do that as well. Colour them in black. They look very sharp. go. Finishing off his other leg, his toenails. And that's Franklin's body. We now have to do his turtle shell. As you can see, it's very bumpy. So if you just look on the inside part of the bump, it comes from his shoulder and his arms. I did lots of circles coming off of the shell, like wide open mouths or tunnels, and shutting the gates coming down here. So we're going to start up at this point here near his mouth, a large tunnel. You see that? You do a large tunnel. And then next to that, we're coming from that tunnel and we're doing the same over. And again, over to his elbow, creating that rim that protects him where he bobs his head in. Coming underneath his arm, we're going to do the same. Shut the gate. And again, underneath, shut the gate. Coming in around near where his leg is, another shut the gate. One more from there, under the leg. Then we're going to come in between the two legs to do these ones here. Coming from the leg, the chest plate, open mouth. Do a little one behind there. And joining one up to where the leg is. That's the shell coming behind between his legs. And we need to do a few coming from this part all the way around behind his arm and his leg. So I shut the gate up there near his head. Behind that, shut the gate. Behind his arm, from just under here, do a shut the gate. Just keep going all the way along, shutting the gate until you get to his leg. So that's the rim of his turtle shell, his home. And we're going to do the other shut the gates behind that to give that big roundness of his shell. So once you've finished around his body, we're going to come back up here to where his mouth is to do these shut the gates over here. So in between the two tunnels, we're going to do one. So from the middle of this tunnel, joining to the middle of that tunnel. Shut the gate. You can see it adds on a little bit more. So from this shut the gate, I'm joining it up to here. Shut the gate, nice big ones this time. Nice big ones. Shut the gate, another big one. And that does the larger one. You can do one more. And that does behind Franklin. Once you've finished Franklin there, you can also draw some lovely trees behind Franklin because he is lost in the woods. Long trees are long, tall sticks. You could do some branches coming off, colour them brown, and then you can also colour them green. So Franklin is a number of colours. I've started with yellow colouring his chest plate. I did a little bit around the first rim of his turtle shell. I then came with some orange and coloured it in where the shape of the round chest plate is to give that roundness happening through his chest plate. You can do that as well. And a little bit of shadows. He's got some shadows in here, brings out the shadow. I also coloured in his eye, orange. I used a bit of brown to do around his shell, colour in his shell brown. And of course, Franklin is green, isn't he? I started with a light green, quite a light green. I coloured in Franklin green, and I used a dark green to get inside his mouth. And also in the shadowing of his legs. A little bit of dark green for the shadows of Franklin's body. And of course, use some green for the trees in the woods that he's lost. Enjoy, guys.